Hi, this is Neil Cole from Conversion Uplift. Today, I'm going to talk to you about comparisons, segments, and audiences in GA4. Okay, to start off, we're going to look at comparisons. Now, these are only available in the pre-defined reports, such as the traffic acquisition that I'm looking at here. So to add a comparison, we click on the Edit Comparisons icon. This allows us to create a segment to show in our report. So add new comparison. I'm going to add device category in terms of mobile and desktop users. So I want to be able to see the difference. So I'll click on device category, and then the dimension is going to be desktop. And OK. Then you apply. So we've got desktop, and now I want to add mobile. So again, the dimension is device category. And the value is mobile. OK that, and apply again. And then you can close the window. And here we go, we have traffic by desktop and by mobile. Now, you can't save comparisons, so that's one of the drawbacks with them. And so when you go to, say, the Explore section, you will lose the comparison. The only way to make it more permanent is to go into Customize Report and add a comparison to that report and then save it as another report so that you've got a permanent report with those segments. So that's the what I've done here with UK only and US traffic acquisition reports. Okay, next we'll look at audiences. Now, audiences are available also in the preset reports, but they're not available in the Explore section. Now, there are two ways to create audiences. One is to go directly to the admin area and then click on audiences. But I prefer to go to the Explore section where I can create a segment for the audience and then turn that segment into an audience. And the advantage of that is that you then have both a segment within an Explore report and you've got an audience which you can use in the preset reports. But you can't use a segment in a preset report. But obviously, if you've turned it into an audience, you can. So that's the benefit. So what I normally do is go into existing or a new form, new report. So like the free form report here. And we create a segment so that we can then turn that into an audience. So you just click on the plus above segments. Now, segments, you can have a user segment. So, for instance, previously purchased a product, session segment, so from a campaign or a source of traffic, an event segment, so maybe they clicked on a certain button, interacted with a certain element, so I'll add to carts, for instance. You've also got some suggested segments, so they've got general things like recently active users, purchasers, templates, which include things like demographics, acquisition, technology, and predictive, which are things like likely 7-day purchasers and likely 7-day churning users. Now, this uses AI to predict the propensity of users likely to undertake the behavior, but you do need a lot of traffic and you need transactions. So an e-commerce site with lots of traffic, but you would need, for example, in a 7-day period, 1,000 returning visitors to then convert to actually activate these predictive segments. But because we don't have purchases on our site and and certainly not that number of return visitors, then we can't activate these predictive segments. Okay, so what we're going to do is create a session segment to look at LinkedIn users that view Google Analytics blogs and view more than one page view. So we'll type in LinkedIn. So LinkedIn GA blog times 2. Oh, we can copy and paste that. So the source we're going to look for, so we'll put session source will contain linked in. I'll apply that. And over on the right here, it gives us the number of sessions and users. So it's got 55 users, 74 sessions. Okay, and you can do within the same session, which we're going to do, or within the same event, depending on what you're doing. Okay. With the event segments, you can also do sequences. So you could look at a sequence of events such as product page, add to basket, go to checkout, and so forth. So you can have a complex sequence. So here, anyway, we're going to look at LinkedIn users that have viewed page with Google Analytics in it. So I'm going to put path. Contains Google Analytics. So we know they've viewed at least one page about Google Analytics. Apply. And that's gone down to 34 users, 45 sessions. Okay, so the other one is we look at page view. And bed count. And we're going to put greater than 1. So that would be 2 or more. Apply. It's gone down to 8. So 8 users in this time period. Okay. So that's fine. So we could normally just save and apply that as a segment, but we can also build an audience by clicking on this. And we could set the maximum duration, which is 540 days, or we can leave it at the default, which is 30 days. You can also create an event out of this by using the audience trigger here, which I've explained in another video. And that would allow you to fire an event in GA4 every time a user meets all the criteria of the audience. Okay, so we're going to save and apply. So that will save the segment, but also create an audience. But it will only start collecting data for the audience now that we've created the audience. But we do have also a segment here, which is the same, identical, which we can use in exploration reports. So that's the benefit of creating an audience within the exploration section. So we've got the benefit there. So if we go back to reports, and let's choose the acquisition report. And then comparisons. And we can then choose under dimensions, we can look for an audience. So click on the audience name, and then we've got our audiences here. So we've got all users purchase, visit scheduling page, new LinkedIn visitors to blog, LinkedIn GA blog ×2, which is the one we just created, but obviously there won't be any visitors in that data because we've only just created it. So you would be able to add your audience in your preset reports, such as just like a comparison. So that explains comparisons, audiences, and segments. I hope you found that useful. I'll be posting more videos shortly. Thank you.